Earth, our planet, our only home, is full of miracles and beauty in every form. From a quick glance into nature, it is obvious that it needs to be maintained and protected from anything which may damage or destroy it. In this case, we need to protect the environment from ourselves. The rapid increase in the human population has caused the expansion of urban areas on almost every continent on the globe. Where there is natural life, there are humans continuously constructing new houses, farms, shops, and more. This process, called urbanization, is causing high amounts of environmental damage and degradation, making it harder to maintain environmental stewardship. Although it may seem harmless to use up a patch of land for more construction, it is quite the opposite, with numerous negative side effects existing due to this process. Deforestation/habitat destruction, frequent human littering, and pointless light pollution are just a few of the processes gradually deteriorating the environment caused by urbanization. And if nothing is done, then these issues will get out of control and not only cause detriment to wildlife, but humans as well. A basic requirement for the expansion of a town or city is the development of buildings on previous habitats. This usually requires the process of deforestation to occur. Deforestation is a common technique in which humans purposefully remove trees and forests for non-environmental means. In this case, it is done to clear areas for the construction of more houses and buildings. This is obviously an issue, as it disturbs biodiversity and the abundance of natural habitats. This issue is more dire than one may initially think, as the population of people residing in urban areas, roughly 4.4 billion, is expected to double by the year 2050, requiring more urban growth than ever before. This expansion, if not handled correctly, may lead to the loss of around 40% of species present in many biodiverse regions around the world. Along with being extremely damaging to wildlife, this drop in the amount of vegetation, especially trees, may cause the air quality to plummet in many regions and cause respiratory ailments for a large amount of the population. Something needs to be done to combat this problem, as the USA cuts down 36 million trees for urban expansion annually, and Africa has expanded its urban land cover by 590% from 2000 to 2030. Not all hope for the future should be lost, though. And even though it may be depressing to see acres of once wild land teeming with life now being converted to urban areas, there's still much we can do to help alleviate this damage. One of which is to plant trees to replace those which had to be cut down for urbanization. Another thing we can do, along with companies, is buy and sell reusable and recyclable products so they don't take up more land in landfills. Together, we can create a more sustainable future for everybody. Garbage, a byproduct of almost every item purchased at the grocery store, is expected to rise along with the growth of urban populations. As more people inhabit one urban area, more products are consumed and therefore more trash is created. Garbage can then either end up in landfills or out around town through littering. Both scenarios are detrimental to the environment and a direct cause of urbanization. Some of the most damaging garbage is also the ones thrown out the most. This pop can, for example, it supplies enough beverage for around an hour for most people before it's discarded. And unless it's sent to a recycling plant, it'll end up here in the wilderness, where it will sit for roughly 500 years before it can naturally break down. Another vessel for liquid is this plastic water bottle. It also supplies small amounts of liquid before it's thrown out unless it's recycled. and then it'll sit here in the wild as well for roughly 450 years. And lastly, this plastic bag, which is provided with almost every product when it is sold at a grocery store or just any store in general, can last up to 20 years in the wild.
All these types of trash, plus many more, are detrimental to the environment. They may be ingested by animals, leach into the water and soil, increase the spread of disease such as listeria, and release harmful fumes when burned. Fortunately, this problem may be solved easily with the help of everyone. A reduction in littering and switch to alternative packaging is entirely possible, which can definitely help the environment, along with picking up trash which is already present in various habitats. Together, we can reduce the 3,000 tons of plastic waste inadequately disposed of and ensure that the number of litter located around urban areas significantly decreases.
Often overlooked, light pollution is an unstoppable issue which emerges from urban expansionism. The process itself is man-made lights which shine upwards into the sky and therefore obscure the vision of the night sky. As you can see around me, this lamp, along with many the large residential area, is causing only the brightest of stars to be visible in the night sky. Located much further away from any artificial light source, and when looking up, much more stars are visible, even those that are fainter. Unfortunately, due to our recording equipment, much of the stars won't be caught, but standing here in person, I can assure you that the night sky is much more full now that I'm standing away from any urban area.
Although this may seem like a non-issue since it is worsening the view of the night sky, it does have some negative side effects. For animals, light pollution can disrupt certain animal behaviors, threatening their chance of survival. For humans, there are also some noticeable negative side effects. Sleep deprivation and other physiological problems may arise from the low-quality sleep caused by light pollution. Now, there are definitely ways to reduce this common occurrence. One such way is to simply reduce the amount of artificial light people use and ensure that they only use it when necessary. Another way to reduce light pollution requires the alteration of many street lamps. Some are constructed in a bulb shape, where light is emitted in all directions. These are the highest contributors to the problem. Instead, these street lamps should be replaced by downward-facing focused light, which only illuminates the walkway below instead of the night sky as well. As of now, 80% to 99% of the world live under light-polluted skies, and this number has doubled in the last 8 years, with a 10% increase occurring annually. Luckily, utilizing the strategies mentioned earlier, these numbers can be significantly reduced to improve the lives of people and wildlife. Earth is a fragile place, and thanks to humans, it is becoming more and more unstable, which is why our duty is to resolve mistakes created in the past, and to ensure to reduce any mistakes which may arise in the future. Now ask yourself this question: are you on the right path towards helping our world?